Illegal immigrants keep crossing the border. In parts of Texas, the federal government has a collection of high-tech sensors tracking them. You probably heard about this. Trouble is, the electronics may be doing a better job of tracking who gets away than actually helping catch anyone. We sent Randy Kay to investigate.
The reason there's so much hopeful talk about cameras and high-tech ways to catch people illegally crossing into the U.S. is places like Laredo, Texas. Here, there's just way too much border and not enough agents. This is just one of the many spots along the Rio Grande River where illegals could enter Texas. Even the 1,100 or so Border Patrol agents in the Laredo sector may not be enough to keep them out. It is a massive effort, 171 miles of border that they need to protect. An agent told us that means they have one agent to cover every 3 to 5 miles. But what they need to get the job done is one agent every half mile. And that's why the patrol and politicians put so much stock in ground sensors and more than 50 infrared cameras that are strategically placed along the Rio Grande to spot illegals swimming across, or even just thinking about it.
63 hits is still climbing.
Each camera can detect someone as far as 3 miles away. They operate 24/7. Some even detect body heat. When controllers notice something suspicious, they alert agents in the field.
We're looking at an individual, or there was 2 earlier, but right now it looks like an individual, actually it's 2, that are on the Mexican side. Now, they have been there for a while. Either they're attempting to cross or they could be fishing.
540, go ahead.
It's just after midnight. We're on patrol with Agent Gino Rodriguez. This overnight shift is the busiest and many say the most dangerous for catching illegal immigrants. How dangerous are some of these guys who are coming across?
You could be faced with just a simple undocumented migrant that's coming here to look for work. But on any other given situation, you're faced with a criminal alien, a gang member, or a narcotic smuggler.
4 a.m., a sensor is triggered again and again and again. 20, maybe 30 people just illegally crossed and walked right over a buried sensor. But the truth is, sensors only detect, they don't catch. Now border agents have to go get them.
They'll have vehicles come by and just stop by a gate, and all of a sudden 20, 30 aliens are jumping into Suburban.
We wait as agents track footprints and try to close in. At 6 a.m., agents move in. They briefly spot their targets, but in the tall weeds, they lose them. Whoever they were, all 20 or 30, outmaneuvered the U.S. Border Patrol and slipped into the darkness.
Well, if they came out here, there's a good chance, they just popped out right here.
Rodriguez says before they got the technology about 7 years ago, it was like trying to catch criminals in the Stone Age. In the last 8 months or so, agents here say they seized $142 million worth of narcotics and arrested 40,000 illegal immigrants. But tonight, these agents caught no one, and all the high-tech electronic surveillance provided proof. Another 20 or 30 people crossed illegally into the U.S. Randy Kay, CNN, Laredo, Texas.
A long night spent searching. As you can see, for border agents, it is a dangerous and too often, a thankless job. One late detail we just found out about: federal officials telling us they're going to announce tomorrow the discovery of one of the largest border crossing tunnels ever. It runs between Nogales in Mexico and Nogales, Arizona. We'll have details tomorrow morning. You may remember a couple months ago, we were down in San Diego at the discovery of a 2,400-foot tunnel between Tijuana and the United States, from a warehouse in Tijuana all the way to a warehouse in the United States. We'll see how big this tunnel is tomorrow.